We are here by the grace of God and by our 5 acres here was purchased with funds that is, but like I said, by the grace of God that we didn't see this coming.
Essentially, Ascension Ranch is farm-based activities and nature activities as well, education. And a big part of that is going to be food security.
As you can see during this pandemic, there's 25 million people that are either lack resources to be able to have food or have the nutrition of the food that they're actually eating. And so we're here to help feed a community, grow a generation, teach a generation, to keep this going, because at the state we're going now, what they say within 30 years, we won't be able to grow anything in our soils.
Ascension Ranch kind of picked up on First Fruit Farms
Yes.
in North Carolina. And so part of our mission is to provide all of this food free of charge, not just to the local community, but to churches, pantries, food banks, and the schools.
In order for us to do that, we have connected with an organization in Orlando, Florida called the Free Seed Project, which is an organization that donates seed to those people that want to donate it. Yes, they can, partake of it themselves, but the main resource is to teach people how to grow their own food and feed a community and affect a generation. Okay, here we have the view of Humphreys Peak. I myself, this is one of the main reasons why I really like this land, because you don't have power lines all over the place. You have a clear view of the tallest mountain in the state of Arizona.
And those are sacred mountains.
And they're sacred to the native people here. This is to the west and of our 2 acres, and future growth for animals. A lot of different things that we're going to do here at Ascension Ranch. As you see these stakes here, this is for future construction. Some friends of ours that we've been talking to over the last almost 3 years.
3 years.
They are living on the Navajo Nation, running their own farm called Coffee Pot Farms. And in talking with them the other day, we talked about, it'd just be great to have our greenhouses going so we can start feeding this community. And they felt in their heart to pay it forward, and they bought us 2 greenhouses so we can start growing this winter, Lord willing, and start this process so we can start helping feed the community. The method behind Back to Eden is returning the land back to the way it was when God made
When he created the heavens and the
earth. Yes. So we want to create our own little Garden of Eden here and show them that the desert is just, there's a lot of beauty here beyond the natural eye.
So, why are we out here on Ascension Ranch in Valley, Arizona, in the middle of nowhere? 3 years ago, I desired a place to go to where you could feel safe, where you could breathe, and just a sanctuary. And so the idea of Ascension Ranch came out of that. I ran it by Mr. Myers and he embraced it. And so years later, this is where we're at.
One of the things we're dealing with here is, like during the pandemic, is food sovereignty. Food sovereignty has so many different definitions. We are out here to change a generation, to teach the children and the people to take the power of their food, how it's grown, and its best state before it gets processed. One of the things that I think of is if you control the food, you control the people.
Right.
If you control the seed, you control the food. If you control the water, you control the seed. And we're in an area where we have to haul water here. So we want to try different methods of growing using less water. At this rate we're going, we'll be out of water here in probably in the next 50 years. So what we're trying to do here is teach people how to grow here. Go back to the way that the Native Americans grew their food. They are the best dry land farmers there is. And we're here to learn from them as well. This is our current home abode. This is our solar system in front. Our trailer that we live in is about 120 square feet. We stay warm with propane heat. These are our current tiny homes in the midst of completing. We had some windows that we got from Habitat for Humanity that are insulated, and so we had to do some exterior modifications. Currently in the insulation stage. This is our bathroom, shower. I have a vanity in there, and then a good old compost toilet. Using that to make our soil. And then up there we'll house our water tanks, and on-demand water system, hot water system. We'll have a big tank outside that we store our water in. And then this will be our bedroom. Got a couple more windows to put in. It's going to be pretty good size considering where we're at now. We have a loft up top that will store a lot of our items, which both of our buildings both have double lofts. So it gives us additional storage so we don't have to buy another building to do that for. But we will add on buildings as we go. And then the next building is going to be, after we're completed with this one, next building will be our kitchen and dining area. And this is our generator, housing our generator. So when our solar doesn't work, then we can turn the generator on, and that'll give us power, keep our batteries charged. To the north is see a mountain. It's called Red Butte. That's about 15 miles from our place. And also showing you the additional 2 acres that we own for additional expansion for our little chapel, teaching center,
Yes.
education center. And then we also own 2 acres to the west of us as well. So we'll have small animals that we'll be working with, but this is going to be an educational teaching farm to educate the community and bring in other church groups and whatnot onto the farm to teach them how to be more sustainable. Yeah, very true.
Very much back to Eden, the way God meant it to be. All of us existing and having all of our needs met.
Kind of coexisting as one.
Yes.
One with the planet, one with the earth, one with everything within it.
And God exists in nature.
Yes.